Madam Deputy Inspectorate of Education, Mr. Ramakrishnan, my friend and colleague Mr. Naveen Bhatia from NUPA, and dear participating officers from Puducherry district. Today, this particular one-day workshop is being organized for primary school teachers, government aided and also unaided or private schools are also requested to join us for this one-day workshop on student data collection in sync with Unified District Information System for Education or U-DISE. You are quite familiar with U-DISE. Every year you used to fill U-DISE form. So the same exercise is also going to be repeated this year, but student data collection as an add-on to the existing U-DISE. This year is very important to us. This year is very important for everyone, those who is involved in the process of strengthening of educational management information system in our country. And you are also one of the officers, those who are involved in this mega exercise, nationwide exercise of U-DISE. U-DISE at this stage is only because of you. You have put up hard work in the past, and we firmly believe that you will continue to contribute significantly towards further improving the quality of our data. Even though the quality of data, quality, coverage, sharing, dissemination, utilization, it has improved like anything. If you compare the quality of your own data 5 years back and today, you will see improvement in the quality and consistency of our data. But still there are a few areas of concern. We are aware about these areas of concern. We are working towards further improving the quality and coverage of our data. But quality of data, improving the quality of data is a very slow process. It is a continuing process. Quality of data cannot be improved overnight. It is a slow process. We are working towards further improving the quality of our data. In the past, we have made number of efforts, and which is also reflected in the quality, coverage and consistency of our U-DISE data now. But still, all these significant improvements in the data, there are a few areas of concern. That is why from the year 2016-17, 30th September as a date of reference, we have now decided, the Government of India, the Ministry of Human Resource Development has now decided to collect individual child-wise information, student-wise information on 35 parameters. We will be explaining you during the course of our deliberations today each and every of these 35 variables. Because of your hard work, which you have put in for the last so many years, DISE has now acquired the official statistics, status of official statistics. All parallel collection of information system in India, so far as the school statistics is concerned, they all are discontinued, they all are abandoned, and DISE is the only source of information so far as the school education statistics is concerned, which means that DISE or U-DISE has now acquired the status of official statistics. Our data has now become official statistics. There are no parallel collection of information so far as the school education statistics is concerned. DISE is official statistics. DISE is here to stay. We have to further improve, strengthen the unified DISE and statistics generated out of the U-DISE. With your help, we can further improve the quality, consistency, sharing, dissemination, and coverage of our data. There is no shortcut method. Everyone has contributed significantly, and we expect everyone will be contributed in the years which follow. Because of your efforts, we could able to establish management information system units across the country, both at the state level, in all the 36 states and in union territories of our country, in more than 680 districts of our country. MIS unit is already in place, and I am happy to inform you that in about 5,000 blocks, MIS unit with computer professionals, data entry operators, programmers, with adequate number of computers, hardware is already available across the country. This is not a mean achievement. In few places, data entry is also taking place from the cluster level, where the U-DISE software is installed at the cluster level, and the school headmasters or the CRC coordinator, whosoever is responsible, is punching the data even from the cluster level. Our U-DISE software supports data entry from any level. U-DISE software is developed in-house at NUPA without spending a penny on software development. Our software is user-friendly, menu-driven, error-free, and being used across the country for the last so many years. That is first one. The second important thing is that because of your hard work, the time lag in availability of the statistics, which used to be 8 to 10 years earlier, because of your hard work, it has come down to less than a year at the national level and only a few months at the block, at the district and the lower levels. Earlier, in 2012, if we were planning for 2012, for example, at that time, we will be having data of 2011, 2001 or 2003, like that one. Now, because of your efforts, the time lag in data collection and dissemination, it has come down to less than a year at the national level and only a few months at the district and the block levels. This is not a mean achievement, this is very significant achievement for everyone who is associated, engaged in the U-DISE. Just for your information, last year, as on 30th September 2015, we could able to reach 15,22,347 schools. We could able to receive data from about 7,300 blocks, about 83,000 clusters, and about 593,000 villages where the school is located, and the school is covered under the Unified District Information System for Education. Our database is perhaps the largest educational database, not only in India but across the world. We are maintaining comprehensive profile of 8.7 million teachers. Comprehensive profile means we are collecting and analyzing and using data on teachers on a variety of variables. Practically every bit of information that is required for efficient formulation of the plan at the elementary level or secondary level, so far as the teachers are concerned, is available in ready-to-use form under the Unified District Information System for Education. For your information, the total size of the system in Puducherry, we are having only 740 schools. Only 740 of the total 1.5 million schools are located in the Puducherry. If you talk about the enrollment at the All India level, in classes 1 to 5 or the primary level, the total enrollment is about 129 million. At the upper primary level, in classes 6, 7 and 8, we have enrollment about 67 million. And altogether, elementary level of education in the classes 1 to 8, we have enrollment size of about 197 million enrollment. so far as the 9, 10th, 11 and 12 or secondary or higher secondary levels are concerned, the total enrollment is about 62 million. And from grade 1 to 12, both elementary as well as secondary and higher secondary level of education, together we have an enrollment of 261 million enrollment. 26 crore 10 lakh enrollment is we are managing through you, so far as across the country in these 1.5 million schools are concerned. Out of this 261 million enrollment at the all India level, in Puducherry we are having only 250,000 enrollment. 2,50,000 enrollment ही है Puducherry के अंदर. 2,50,000 enrollment is there. Only 740 of 1.5 million schools are there. But the thing here is that the smaller system or the larger system, the EMIS problems are the same. At the one hand, I just inform you that we have in Puducherry about 250,000 enrollment in grades 1 to 12. But at the same time, in Uttar Pradesh alone, the total number of schools are about 250,000. In Uttar Pradesh, total schools are 250,000, and in Puducherry, the total number of students are 250,000. But believe us, the educational management information system related problems are same. Data is not timely available. There is always question mark about the quality of data, consistency of data, reliability of the data. Forms are not filled in correctly. Last priority is given to EMIS or U-DISE work. No one is serious in submitting the information. These all problems were there when we started DISE in the year 2094-95. But many of these problems are now, there are no problems because data is now available on time. Disaggregated data is available, school-wise data is available at the cluster level, block level, district level, state level, national level, and DISE or U-DISE has now become, is now institutionalized, is part of the system. SSA or no SSA or RMSA, but DISE is here to stay. Because all the parallel collection of information system are abandoned, discontinued, and DISE is here to stay, and it has acquired the status of official statistics. So despite all these achievements, still there are areas of concern. Whatever the efforts which we are making so far as improving the quality of data is now reflected in our data. Previously, in the previous year or 2 years back, 3 years back, we used to have a good number of teachers, a good number of schools, those who have reported that a teacher remain in the school for 15 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, which is practically not possible. Similarly, it was reported previously that a child remain in the school for 10 hours in a day, which may not be possible. We highlighted these points during the last 2 rounds of data collections with officers like you, and now the quality of data so far as the number of working hours as well as the number of hours the students remain in the school, it has improved like anything. Number of days school function and number of affiliation to the CBSE board or the state board or the international board. Earlier a good number of schools used not to report the information. Now because of the efforts which you have made in the last 2 years, the number of such schools not reporting the affiliation to the board, it has come down. Similarly, there are many other variables on which the information is now more reliable, more accurate and more realistic one. Our information, our data, quality of our data, it has improved like anything. But still there are a few areas of concern, and because of the inconsistency in general or enrollment data in particular, generally very big question marks are raised about the quality and consistency of our data. Even though we have improved a lot, but still a few areas of concern. These areas of concern can be tackled only through the active participation of everyone, those who is sitting here today or those who are not sitting here today across the country, in about 577,000 villages, or our headmasters and the principals in about 1.5 million institutions imparting school education from grade 1 to 12. Whatever we now want to achieve, it can be achieved through your active participation only. There is no shortcut method. And we firmly believe that you will continue to contribute significantly so far as further improving the quality of our data is concerned. I have said that the quality of data has improved in general, but the same cannot be said about the quality of enrollment data. Still, if you analyze your own data, you will come to know that there are schools where there is no grade 1 enrollment reported. Even though in the same school, enrollment in grade 2, 3, 4, 5 is reported, and the lowest grade in those schools are grade 1, but because of the one or other reason, we do not know why enrollment in grade 1 is not reported. This has also a very bad reflection on the quality of enrollment data. Similarly, there are boys' schools. They have reported girls in the boys' schools and boys in the girls' school. There may be practical reasons for that, but there are good number of schools, those who have reported to have the boys' school, but the girls are there, or vice versa. Similarly, there are a few schools in our country, even though the schools are secondary or senior secondary, having grades 9, 10, 11 and 12, but a few of these schools, they have reported enrollment in grade 1 to 8 or 1 to 5. How it is possible, you know better than us. Grade 1 to 8 enrollment in secondary or senior secondary school, exclusively having grades 9, 10, 11 and 12. So the time has come that we take corrective measures to further improve the quality of our enrollment data. Similarly, there are many schools, they have not reported in the past the stream, whether they are having arts, senior secondary schools, whether they are having arts, commerce, science, vocational, and if the vocational is there, what are the trade and sector. Many of the schools have not reported enrollment by the stream. Similarly, there are other inconsistencies in our enrollment data. For example, in a particular school, in a grade 3, the total enrollment this year is reported 59. But in the last year, in grade 2, in the same school, it was only 39. From 39 to 59, it may be possible that the children from our nearby areas or other schools, they have come to and join our school, but definitely we should know the reasons why there is an increase of about 20 students from grade 2, between grade 2 and grade 3, from where these children have come. Which means that if you analyze the number of dropout children, number of repeaters and number of promotees, if you add together these three numbers, it will be more than the total enrollment in a particular grade. If the total enrollment is more than the total number of repeaters, dropped out children and the number of promotees, it has got very bad adverse reflection on the quality of our data. Because of such reasons, many times the dropout rate is coming out in minus, which is not theoretically possible. The retention rate is coming out more than 100, which is not theoretically possible. The transition rate is coming out more than 100, means we have more children have transited from one level of education to another level of education than they were really available in the last stage of education. They all have given very bad impression about the quality and consistency of our data, your data. We have said that we have improved a lot. We still have to improve a lot more. Still we do not say that the enrollment is free from all the errors. Not only in Puducherry, not only in Tamil Nadu, not only in Haryana or Uttar Pradesh, everywhere We are not in a position to say that enrollment is free from all the inconsistencies and the errors. Still, there are schools reporting fake enrollment, duplicate enrollment, and over-reporting of the enrollment. We are not saying that everywhere there is a fake enrollment. We do not say that you always overestimate of the enrollment. We do not say that there is dual enrollment in your school. It's not. There are some schools, some instances are there. We cannot claim that our enrollment data under the Unified District Information System for Education is free from all the errors. It's not like that. And this can be improved. The quality of enrollment can be improved only if we have detailed information about each and every student who is enrolled in our system, in our schools. Right now, under the U-DISE, we just ask what is the total enrollment in grade 1, 2, 3, like that one. How many of them are boys? How many of them are girls? How many of them are CWSN? How many of them are from the total SC or ST or minority? No one can check it. You have reported 40 enrollment in grade 1. We do not know if this is 40 or this is 44. There is no mechanism. But if we have the child-wise information on a variety of parameters, name of the child, parent's name, mother's name, father's name, guardian name, male, boy or girl, in which class they are studying, religion, whether they are from the BPL family, their Aadhaar number, their bank account number, whether they have received the incentive in the previous year, examination results, whether they have appeared or not. So if such detailed information is collected and U-DISE tables are generated based on individual students' data information, definitely the enrollment statistics under the U-DISE will improve. Definitely it will improve, because there is no scope of manipulation now, because the information is which we want to collect now is in detail, which cannot be faked, which cannot be wrong information cannot be provided, because detailed information on each and every child on 35 variables is to be submitted by the schools. Why all of a sudden we started from U-DISE to student-wise data collection in sync with U-DISE? Why? In the past, a few states, they have initiated student-wise data collection. But none of these states could able to generate U-DISE tables based on the student-wise data. Everyone developed their own portal independently with the help of NIC or some private organization, huge investment. But at the end of the day, in none of the states could able to complete this exercise and submit the U-DISE table, enrollment tables based on the U-DISE table. But one important message we have got. And the message is here is that wherever, in which state there is student-wise data collection, if it is started, there is sudden decline in the enrollment. Let us suppose in Andhra Pradesh there is a decline of 2.5 lakh children last year. This year again 2 lakh children has come down. They have started student data collection last year. Similarly, in one of the states like Madhya Pradesh, they have also started collecting the child-wise information 3 years back, and in the very first year, 13-14, the difference between the U-DISE and the state-specific individual student data collection, the difference was of the tune of 14 lakh, 1.4 million difference. Similarly, Odisha, Gujarat, Haryana, Rajasthan, Andhra, Telangana, Kerala, they all tried in the past student-wise data collection, but not a single state can claim that they are successful in terms of generating U-DISE enrollment tables out of the student-wise data collection. But definitely the message is very clear. Our enrollment statistics is not free from the errors. There are instances of fake enrollment, duplicate enrollment, and over-reporting of the enrollment because of the one or the other reasons. We will not go into the details why there may be over-reporting of the enrollment from the schools. But definitely we believe that the enrollment statistics is not free from the errors. And you know, both under the SSA, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, for elementary level of education, and Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan program for secondary and higher secondary level of education. The district elementary as well as the secondary plans are exclusively based on the your data, U-DISE data. And 35,000 crores of rupees is being invested every year exclusively based on your data. So you can just see the importance of the data, the importance of the task in which you are involved. This is very important task. This is not a routine task. This is very important work in which we all are involved, and that is the strengthening of educational management information system through the unified district information system for education. So that is why from the year 2016-17, with 30th September 2016 as its date of reference, we have decided to collect individual student data collection in sync with U-DISE. The task is not simple, believe me. This is very challenging one. This is very difficult one, but it is not impossible. It can be done. For this particular purpose, we are organizing this one-day workshop for you today. In this particular workshop, we are going to discuss in detail the student data capture format which you are supposed to fill in a few days, in next few days. 35 parameters are there, and information of each and every student in your school, all the schools in Puducherry is to be collected in the next 3 weeks. Not only collected, but also to be punched. Yesterday, with the other groups, the headmaster, the principals of secondary or higher secondary schools, we discussed the same thing. Entire day, we discussed the student data collection in sync with unified DISE. They are of the view that they are going to enter the data directly on the computer. They said that in their schools, the information, the most of the information of these 35 variables is available in the student records in their school. Since they were the secondary and senior secondary schools, I do not know. They are better placed so far as the computers are concerned. They are better placed so far as the internet facility is concerned. They may also be better placed so far as the availability of the teachers in general and the computer teachers or instructor in particular. They were quite confident that they would punch the data directly onto the computer. But personally, I am of the opinion that it will take more time. You have to decide. Ultimately, you have to decide, because you have to punch the data. You have to enter the data with the help of your head teachers and the other teachers in the school. So you have to see, after the detailed discussion on the data capture format, you have to decide whether the information, requisite information is available in 1 register or 2 register or 3 registers, Aadhaar is available or not, religion of the student is available or not, BPL status is available or not, folic and iron tablets are given or not, examination results, whether the students were, they appeared in the examination last year, how many of them passed or failed, and the marks obtained, and a good number incentives given, test book and the other incentives given. If they all are available easily, if it is available in 1 or 2 records, you can decide accordingly. But to me, if I am in your place, I would take the seat. A3 seat will be given to you. You insert the information on 35 variables of each and every child, and then enter the data. You will take less time. But you have to decide availability of the according to the availability of the information, and availability of the information in how many registers, 1 register, 2 register, how many registers you have to refer, you have to decide. That is the first thing. One important thing here is that this data capture format is having 35 columns. The responsibility of filling up each and every student information on these 35 variables, the prime responsibility is of the headmaster or headmistress of our school. If it is the elementary or the primary school, the responsibility is yours if you are the headmistress or the headmaster. But at the same time, you can assign the responsibility to the class teachers who can help you, not only in collecting the data, but also in the punching the data class-wise. We will explain you how it can be done. But the prime responsibility of filling up this student data capture format is of the school head or the headmaster or the headmistress. That is the first point. In any case, in any situation, this form is not to be given to the parents. This form is not meant for the parents to supply the information. We can seek some information if it is not available, but don't give this form to parents or don't give link of this form to the parents that please download this form and bring the information of your ward by this date with sign and like that one. No, this is not the responsibility which is given as an assigned to the parents. You all know we have a toll-free number 1800-116200. This toll-free number is printed on all our data capture format, both U-DISE data capture format as well as student data capture format. And this has already distributed to the entire country. Everyone is, whosoever is the respondent is having this toll-free number. We used to receive a good number of responses from our respondents, headmasters, teachers and all, asking more and more detail. Recently we have received a call. He said that, sir, I have received a form. What is, we just asked, what is that form? Sir, it is this student data collection DCF, data capture format. We just asked, is this form having 35 columns? First, we always ask. He said, yes, 35 columns. It means that this is our form. Many states they have added or modified, but we ensured that, yes, this is our form. He said that, sir, I have filled in the information. And we said, very good. You have filled in. You now fill up the information in the remaining columns in one form which is being given to you right now. It has a provision of filling up 8 students on one side and 8 students on the reverse side. So 16 students records, detailed information on 35 variables can be inserted. So that particular person who called us, he said that I have already filled in the information. We suggested that why don't you fill up the next one? He said that no, I have filled in student 1. It's very good, fine. Now you fill in the student 2. He said no, I have only one child. I have only one ward. How can I fill the second child? It means that he was not our respondent, he was or she was the parents. The form was provided to the parents. This is not to be repeated in Puducherry in any of the 4 districts. The responsibility of getting information on 35 variables is the prime responsibility is of the headmaster or headmistress. He or she can take full help of the class teachers and the head teachers and the other teachers in this one. In this form you will see there are many stars are marked. In about 8-9 questions there is a star, asterisk mark. Generally we fill in the form in the online. It means that only star mark information columns information is required, rest is not mandatory. It's not like that. All the 35 information variables are compulsory here. These stars are meant only for our reference, whether for this particular question 0 is for yes or 2 for no, or 0 is for boys or 2 for or 1 for girls or like that one. This is for our reference which is to be referred like that one. So all the questions are compulsory here. But if any parent doesn't want to share the information with us, Aadhaar number or bank account number or religion, or if a there is a case of separation and doesn't want to share the information about the mother's name or father's name, don't insist that you have to give us this information. No, don't pressurize the parents. If happily if they give the information, just collect it, and the rest of the information you just leave blank. So this is student data capture format. I have already said that this is very challenging task. It's not a simple task. It's very difficult one also, but it is not impossible. It can be doable. Just for your example, Puducherry is having Chandigarh is having 205 schools, and the total enrollment is just like yours, 250,000. They have used the online application, and they have punched the data of 250,000 students already by using our application. But in Puducherry, this year we have decided to use the independent utility, independent of Oracle, independent of Power Builder, independent of Excel, independent of everything. You need only computer in the school, which we are told that computers are available in your school. Maybe internet is not available. Internet is right now in the independent utility is not required. So when you get the independent utility from the state MIS, you have to fill up the information, insert the information on the computers, and hand it over to your BRC or CRC, whosoever is made responsible to collect the information. We have number of provisions for data entry for the entire country. All the schools, all the states, all the districts, all the blocks, they are not at par so far as the availability of computers are concerned. In some schools, the computers are available. In some other schools, computers are not available. In some schools, the computers are available, but there is no electricity. If the electricity is there, there is no internet. If the internet is there, the network is very poor. If the network is good, there is no teacher. If the teacher is there, he doesn't know how to use the computers. So we know that we are not ready for the online application. We are not ready for online data entry. Even though Goa, Daman and Diu, Andaman and Nicobar, Telangana, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, they all are right now entering the data online. But specifically, as Mr. Ramakrishnan has already said, we have identified independent utility for you. You don't need internet right now. In due course of time, you will also be provided internet. For student data collection as well as for the other program, the Government of India has sanctioned ₹1 and ₹10 per child for data entry. So practically ₹11 per child is available for the data entry, data collection and all, both for student data collection as well as the other program which Mr. Ramakrishnan has mentioned. In addition to this, all the 4 districts of Puducherry, every district is provided ₹1 lakh for enhancement of the internet. So that amount they will decide how to use in order to further improve the availability of the network or the internet. So we are ready with all modes of data entry. Some states will be using online. You are using independent agency. The Himachal Pradesh is using the Excel. They enter the data in the Excel and then they upload the data on our website. As I already said that few states in the past they have attempted student data collection. If such data is available in some states, we will sync the available student data into our server. And Punjab has become the first state to provide us the online already available student data with us. And till this morning, 44 lakh student records have already been uploaded out of 52 lakh records. Gujarat is next to submit the data. Telangana would be the next one. Andhra is another one. Kerala is also there. So there are many states the student-wise detailed information is available, may not be available on all the 35 variables, but about 20 to 25 variables, this information is already available. So we will sync the available data into our server so that there is no duplicity of the or redoing of the data entry. That is our commitment. Depending upon the situation in your state or your school or your block or your cluster level, we will decide, and in Puducherry we have decided to go for the independent utility. Every bit of information about how to use this independent utility will be explained in detail by my colleague Mr. Naveen. He will also explain us each and every variable, what is to be filled in one column or second column or the last 35th column. But all these columns are non-negotiable. But the information, if some parents doesn't want to share with us, don't pressurize them like that one. So Puducherry, we believe that in the 2010-11, Puducherry was the first state to use the one data capture format for the entire school education. And from the year 2012-13, the entire country followed Puducherry in using one data capture format for the entire 1 to 12 classes. And since then, since 2012-13, U-DISE has now become the Unified District Information System for Education, and popularly it is now known as U-DISE. So things, the year 2016-17 is really very challenging one. It is huge information is to be collected, and our planning is that once your data is collected, your student data is collected in Puducherry of all the 250,000 students, then we will generate all the U-DISE tables based on your student data. Right now, when the U-DISE form is given to you, every bit of information except the enrollment tables are already printed. Only enrollment is to be filled in by the school headmaster or the headmistress. Rest of the information is just to be checked. But this year, after your student data collection is over, we will ensure that all your U-DISE enrollment tables are also printed, and that data capture format along with the individual school students record will be given back and sent to the schools for the verification. Then only it would be the complete cycle of the first year, that is the 2016-17. We have made lot of provisions in our in our online application, and if the child is moved from Mahe district to Puducherry to 3rd district or 4th district, or some children have gone to the Tamil Nadu, or some Tamil Nadu children have come to join our system, or someone has gone to Rajasthan, or from Rajasthan they have gone to the Punjab, or like that one. So we have made provision in the application that we would able to fetch or identify the students, and we have a provision of the drop box. Whosoever is leaving the system, that record of that particular child or children will be placed in the drop box. And if he or she is taking admission outside your state, outside your district, anywhere in the country, automatically the system will generate that with this ID, the child is already available in Puducherry in the drop box. So you need not to enter the information again. You just fetch information of that child to your new school where the child has approached you for the admission. So lot of provisions have been made. Right now Aadhaar is not made mandatory. If Aadhaar number is there, it's very good. It will help us in tracking. Once the Aadhaar is provided to all the children, we will slowly move through developing a child tracking system. If the Aadhaar number is not available, we have a provision to provide a unique 11-digit system-generated ID to each and every child. That will be used till all the children are given unique Aadhaar ID. We are in the process of talking to Aadhaar authorities in order to ensure the validation of the Aadhaar number which is provided by the student online. We will verify whether the Aadhaar provided to belong to that particular child or not, whether the other 12-digit Aadhaar provided is valid or not. So all sort of provisions have been made in the online application, and when your data is also available, student-wise data is finalized at your level, we will sync your student data into the online application, and next year you will not have to collect the same information of all the children. Next year you will be required to collect information only in grade 1 or the new entrants, that's all. In entire country there is 2 crores 76 lakh children in grade 1. In Puducherry, the number is only small, very small. So in next year, you will be required to collect information only about grade 1 enrollment, and rest of the children, those who are already available in the portal, they will move from one grade to another grade, or if the repeater is there is provision to promote the children from one grade to another grade, and a number of other provisions have been made. You can see all the tables. You can see the tables at the block level, cluster level, state level, district level, boys, girls, all U-DISE tables. Every bit of information is available, will be available in our own online portal. We feel quite confident that in Puducherry, this year, you will be able to complete the task within the stipulated time framework provided by your state. Thank you very much, Mr. Ramakrishnan and the State Project Director, for giving NUPA and us this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.